How's everybody doing? Welcome to Bitcoin Daily. It's been a while. Hope you guys doing well. You might be wondering why we're doing Bitcoin Daily now. Well, I just got, all four screens working on my PC. I bought a new, I bought a new keyboard. By the way, this is a good keyboard. Where is it? It's wireless. It's a Logitech keyboard. MX Keys Mini. So, I'm in good mood. So, I want to do something on the charts. Now, there is definitely something happening on the charts. Wait, which one is... There we go. There's definitely something happening on the charts, so we're going to talk a little bit about that. I've seen that Ivan Tech is having a live stream right now, so everybody's over at Ivan Tech's, live stream and not here. But that's good, because, he's just talking about, this guy said that guy said that. And, that's not really that much, exciting. So, we're gonna look at charts, what's happening. How's everybody doing, Jay? Not many people are here, but the most important people are here. The beauty, what's up? How you doing, man? Vanessa, that's been a while. It's been a while, man. It's been a while. How you doing? 14 people watching. 3 likes. I mean, come on, guys. Garrett, what's up? Cryptoras, good morning. Gort, if it's about the moons, we don't care. We don't care about the moons. But we might mention the moons because there is a full moon coming up. So maybe, just maybe. The beauty, 29 months since I bought the top, still here. Yeah, a lot of people bought the top. A lot of people bought the top. Good early morning from Maine, USA. USA's in the house. How you doing, man? I don't know if it's early. Is it early morning? Isn't it like 6 hours before? So it's like, it's in the evening over there, if I'm not mistaken. Anyways, what's happening on the charts? That's the big question. As you can see here, I do have a couple of lines up here on the chart. So let's talk about that. First, we're going to talk about this channel up here that we're still not out of. And by the way, in this video, I will give you a tip on a coin. Believe it or not. Because for some reason, I went to DeFi Llama. And I was checking some coins. And I really like DeFi Llama. And I found something that's relatively new. And that might be of interest to you guys. So, we're going to check that out very, very soon. That said, I've been looking at coins and I've been thinking like, did all season already start? Are we actually in all season already right now? So we're going to look at Bitcoin dominance. We're going to look at what Bitcoin is doing. We're going to look at performance of Ethereum versus Bitcoin. We're going to look at that new coin. And that's about it. That's what we're going to talk about. So what's been happening on Bitcoin up here? And it's not actually very much, but we are still very much bullish on Bitcoin. As you can see here, these channels that goes towards the upside. Where is my favorite? Down there. As you can see up here, we are still very much in a rising channel up here. We're still very much in a rising channel up here, and the fact that we haven't broken down over here or over here towards downside or anywhere over here is actually very, very bullish. So there has been a couple of interesting happenings on the chart that we might consider both bearish and bullish. Over here, this is a very normal. This is what we call a waterfall. Sorry about that. This is a waterfall dump towards downside, but this was a very normal waterfall because we are going up here in this expanding musical instrument towards upside. We broke that towards the upside, and there was a lot of people shorting this 37 38k levels towards downside, and this went all the way down to the bottom over here. Once we hit this bottom over here, we exploded right back up here again, and then we continue towards downside. Everybody thought that this is gonna break again towards downside, which didn't. We consolidated, we went up here, and then again waterfall moved down towards the bottom again, and then we bounced up here again. So 1 time, 2 times, 3 times we tried to break after this hit on the 38k levels, and we still haven't broken towards downside. I'm sorry about that, but this keyboard is also having this very weird FN key that I'm not really fond of. But 3 times we Bitcoin tried to break on the downside and didn't do that, which is actually very, very good. This actually should be considered a very, very bullish move. Not only that, we are back up here above the very close to this midline up here, and we are right now trying to break this towards the upside up here. You'll also see on the small time frames up here that this actually already breaking this towards the upside. But the fact that we are still in this rising channel up here, and we are not breaking down, so we are at major resistance level. we are at major resistance level, but we are not breaking down, this should be considered very bullish. Oftentimes when you get to the major resistance level, you will see weakness in price. You will see these pumps up here, but you will see weakness in price, and the price will eventually pop towards the downside. Now we are still not doing that, and we are still holding very, very nicely. And if you look at some kind of moving averages up here on the chart, what you're gonna see here is that after this big major dump, last dump over here towards the bottom side over here, we managed to pump up right back up above the 10 and 20 moving average. You can see up here that this 10 moving average is right now starting to curve towards the upside. So we're just consolidating right over here right now before we starting breaking these levels up here at the top. And then, you know, the next move should be, you know, a lot higher than that. You know, I'm thinking like something 39K, 39.5, give or take all the way up here. But this price action up here, if you zoom in on the chart, it actually looks very bullish. It actually looks very, very bullish. And let's do that right now. Let's go to the 1 hourly time frame up here. So this part over here, and the reason we are doing the Bitcoin daily is that we actually over here with this candle over here, although these are small time frames, we actually broke something important. So there was this channel that went something like this over here. Where is the channel? Something like this over here. There is the channel, and we broke that, and we can right now see that we are retesting these levels, and we are thinking that we might actually go higher up here, and even this channel up here is actually broken. So it doesn't matter how you draw this channel, it looks like it's broken towards the upside over here. So this small time, you know, 1 hourly channel is already broken towards the upside. So I'm thinking there might be some happening today, already today, that might actually push this even higher towards upside. But these are small time frames, these are 1 hourly time frames, so you know, a lot can actually happen. But you can see up here that 4 hourly actually managed to break the resistance up here on the 4 hourly time frame. We are still, you know, need to break this resistance up here at 37.5 and so forth, but you know, slowly we are seeing signs of bullishness on the chart, which is actually very, very nice and good. There has been, you know, like we said previously, and it's been a while since we did the Bitcoin daily, that, you know, this candle over here was a very bullish candle because this was a doji, and this should actually have gone all the way down towards here, but we actually pumped towards the upside up here. This move towards the downside and right bullish move towards the upside. We didn't get a bullish engulfing candle, but we did pump, you know, very, very close, and right now we're continuing, you know, we are not just, you know, dumping towards the downside. There is no, we had a big dump over here, big dump, and oftentimes when these bullish candles comes, they will hit some kind of resistance level, they will fail to break that, and they will continue towards downside. But we are not doing this move over here. Not only that, we are actually breaking this, you know, trying to break this towards upside up here towards upside. So we are still not above that on the daily time frame just yet, but you know, it does look bullish, and you know, there is a very good chance for this can actually start breaking towards upside, because as soon as we start breaking this line over here towards upside, you know, tomorrow, this might actually start going towards upside a lot higher than that. So this actually looks very bullish for Bitcoin, and even the small time frames up here, you know, telling us that, you know, there is something going on that might be actually very, very interesting. If you look at a weekly time frame and pop some moving averages up here, I mean, yes, we are a little bit extended from the moving averages, but you know, this over here, this upper part has been just, you know, consolidation option up here. Consolidation option. We are still looking for, you know, moves towards the upside up here, and you know, oftentimes people think that, you know, oh, we need to pull back. No, you only pull back into the moving averages when you are in some kind of, you know, slow move towards upside. But when you are having these, you know, gigantic moves, you just kind of pop all the time, and this is just going to continue pumping towards upside up here, you know. So you know, we are expecting moves to 46k. Now the 40 moves to 46k already happened. If you've been watching Mladen, BTC USD, it was on Bittrex. It was on Bittrex. Yeah, on Bittrex we actually hit the 46 already, as you can see up here, and this chart is actually very, very nice. So on Bittrex we actually already hit 46k levels, the target, and this actually happened very, very fast. So if you go to 1 hourly time frame, let's go to 4 hourly time frame. You'll see down here from 37k, from 37k all the way up here towards the, you know, 46k. 4, 6, let's say 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24. 1 day, a little bit above 1 day. It took 1 day to get from 38 to 46k. So this is very interesting, because if Bitcoin does the same thing on other exchanges, you know, people think that, you know, it's gonna be 40k, 42k, 43, maybe 44, then pull back, then 45, 46 is gonna take a week time. No, I think it's gonna go very, very fast, just like over here it did right now. And you can see that these moves are actually quite big. For example, this move up here is, you know, 8-9% move, and entire move towards upside was a 13% move. From the bottom towards upside, it was actually 15% move, but the volatility was quite high, and it did hit 46k eventually, right? It did, but the important thing to note on this chart over here is that it went very, very fast. So when people are talking about, you know, next target being 40k, 42k, 44, whatever, right? And then when they are talking about 46k, they often are talking in terms that, you know, it's gonna take a while, it's gonna be a week, it's gonna be, you know, push up, pull back down, and I don't think that's gonna happen. I think if we're gonna go to 46k, it's gonna be very, very quick, just like it happened actually over here on the chart. So when you look at the chart over here right now, you know, people might think, we gotta pull back a little bit, then go up here, you know, some kind of 42k level and consolidate, then maybe to 46k. And my theory right now, you know, after seeing the BitTrack chart, is that, you know, these moves up here is gonna go very, very fast all the way up to 46. Whether that's gonna be a day or two or something like that, maybe even more or less, it's gonna be very fast. But I don't think, you know, we're gonna see any, you know, a very, very slow move, like 2-3 months move until we get to 46k levels. So, you know, this move already needs to happen. Previously, we did a couple of explosive moves towards the upside, and we were talking about this before. This was the first explosive move, this is the second explosive move, this is the third explosive move, this is the fourth explosive move. But there is a little bit, you know, difference. There is similarities between this move and this move, but there are no similarity between this and this move and this move that's happening right now. So these two moves over here have a couple of similarities. They had impulsive move towards the upside, and right now they're having this expanding music instruments. So people think that, you know, for whatever reason, this needs to break towards the downside. I don't think this is gonna be the case this time. I think we're gonna explode up here towards the upside, go all the way, and then have a pullback towards the downside. But there is definitely similarities between these two moves. On the other hand, there is no similarity over here because this just went down. This over here curved towards the downside, tried to go up and then pull back. So these two moves are not the same as these two moves over here. You know, every kind of move has a different pattern and different charts and different you know, psychology, but this move that's happening right now has the most similarity with this move over here. But you know, and since people are already know what kind of move this is, this exhaustion pen towards upside, everybody expecting this to break towards the downside, but I don't think this is gonna break towards the downside. And the reason is very actually simple. The reason is because first impulsive move, second impulsive move, third impulsive move, fourth impulsive move, people are still expecting these moves again towards downside. We are not expecting this move towards downside, and the big reason is because this over here is what we call, or at least what I would like to call, a FOMO move, or the last move, right? So at one point when stuff starts going towards upside, if you have some kind of chart that went down, creates some kind of bottom, and then creates slowly start going towards the upside, right? There will come at one point, and once this, you know, this move starts going towards upside, there will come at one point where you have this explosive move towards the upside. This move oftentimes is the FOMO move, and these moves often pull back, right? But when the move starts, people are still, you know, thinking that, you know, because of, you know, over here it, you know, pull back every time, so they're thinking it's still gonna continue pulling back. It does not have to do that, because these FOMO moves, they often tend to go all the way wherever they want to go to, you know, go to. A lot of people FOMO in, and then you have a pullback on the downside up here. So my theory still stands, and I still don't believe that, you know, this is gonna break towards downside. I still, you can see very nice lines up here on the chart. On the chart up here, let me double it up here. We actually tried to break you know, a couple of times up here towards the upside, but we still haven't broken out of the channel. This on the weekly time frame, sorry, this is on the 3-day time frame, but we still haven't broken out of the channel, neither towards the upside nor towards the downside. We tried a couple of times to get you know, break towards the upside, failed that. Still waiting for something, maybe some kind of news come often very, you know, very close to resistance level or very close to support levels. You know, that's the place where, you know, the news comes in. But, you know, maybe we are waiting for something, but we are still believing this is going to break towards the upside. If it does break on the other hand towards the downside, it might be bad, but, you know, we are not quite there yet, and there is no reason right now to believe that for whatever reason we are going to break towards the downside. So Bitcoin is doing the last move, and I was thinking, like, because if you look at Bitcoin dominance, let's look at a Bitcoin dominance a little bit. If you look at a Bitcoin dominance, Bitcoin has been, you know, pulling, is still going towards upside, and overall Bitcoin dominance is still, you know, sorry about that. Bitcoin dominance is still, you know, playing well, but the way I see it, Bitcoin dominance might already have been broken, right? There are definitely lines that you can actually draw up here that are not broken, but it does look like it might be actually broken. Like over here, it's still, I see that's still intact, but still, you know, there are definitely divergences up here on the chart. You will see that up here. Let's zoom in this onto the time frame up here. There is a slight RSI divergence up here on the chart. I don't know if you can see that. This is a 2-weekly chart. There's a slight divergence on the chart. So we got a higher high up here. We got a lower high on down here. There's a slight divergence on the chart. The momentum is also getting weaker on the MACD. So you can see up here that we have, you know, create higher high, and the momentum is not actually going up towards upside. So when you create higher high, you want to see momentum going higher and higher, but over here the momentum is not going higher. So this looks like it's going to break down very, very soon. And I'm thinking right now that Bitcoin dominance has played out, and now that Bitcoin is going into this last move, we might see, you know, altcoin season. But I think altcoin season already started, because if you look at a chart, this is a Cardano chart, you'll see that, you know, they're already getting prepared to exit the very crucial levels. Over here, this is Cardano sitting at the resistance level, right? This is Algo. Algo also had a nice move towards upside up here. I mean, they're not big moves, you know, they're not big moves, but, you know, this is definitely a, you know, downtrend. This is definitely some kind of, you know, accumulation zone, and right now it's coming, they're coming out of these accumulation zones. So, you know, people are thinking that, you know, just like Bitcoin, that altcoin season is when stuff goes parabolic towards upside. This is altcoin season, but, you know, altcoin season starts when, you know, altcoin starts moving, and I think the altcoins have started moving, because it's really hard to find something that's on the bottom, right? If you want to try to find some kind of altcoins that are still in this, you know, accumulation zone, it's really fine to find anything, because everything pumped already like 100% plus. Right, everything pumped like 100% plus. Over here, this thing, you know, from the bottom towards 65%. I mean, everything is trying to get out of this accumulation, you know, big accumulation, but these bottom accumulation zones, they're already out, right? And when they start getting out of these big accumulation zones, you know, that's when the big moves comes, and when people think that altcoin season is there. But I think altcoin season already started. Number one, you see Bitcoin dominance losing, you know, momentum. It is hitting the 200 moving average on the weekly time frame, like we talked before. If you go to the 200 moving average up here on Bitcoin, you can see up here. And the reason why we are looking at 200 moving average is basically because, you know, last time that was major resistance level. Over here we managed to break that, but, you know, failed to move higher. And, you know, we were thinking like, you know, 200 moving average up here, zigzag up here, and then, you know, more towards downside eventually, right? So Bitcoin dominance already played out, and altcoins are already going towards the upside. Not only that, Ethereum BTC is still below the wedge, but it's not falling down. It's below 200 moving average, and sorry about that. It's below 200 moving average, and it's below, you know, this falling wedge up here, but it's just consolidating up here. And it's only a matter of time before this actually breaks towards upside. So if you see Bitcoin going towards inside of the channel, yeah, so if you see Bitcoin, you know, exploding outside of the expanding musical instrument, you will see Ethereum doing outperforming Bitcoin. Even this last move, if you saw right now on the daily time frame, when Bitcoin did almost bullish engulfing candle, you know, Ethereum outperformed Bitcoin, right? So this was this move up here. Ethereum did 8.5%, bullish engulfing candle up here. Bullish engulfing candle right back above the moving averages, right, and outside of this channel as well, right? So Ethereum looks very, very strong, consolidated up here, and right now it's continuing towards the upside. So Ethereum looks extremely strong. It's already outside of this, you know, falling channel down here. While Bitcoin up here did not do bullish engulfing candle, did manage to get above the moving averages, but still needs to get out of the channel, which is not outside of yet. But yes, I do believe that Ethereum is right now already started outperforming Bitcoin, and that Ethereum Bitcoin chart will go towards upside up here. Was this the right chart? Weekly chart. Yeah, weekly chart up here. I believe that, you know, Ethereum Bitcoin chart will start going towards upside. Where are we gonna, you know, where sorry about that, where are we gonna break all the way through up here, gonna get hit up here and get rejected up here, because this can take for, you know, a couple of weeks up here. I mean 2-3 weeks. It can also take just 1 week all the way towards stop, or maybe 2 weeks all the way towards stop, you know, but a couple of weeks at least towards stop up here before we see something else. Maybe it goes towards downside after that and then breaks and then does another move towards upside. But overall, I think right now that Ethereum is winning above Bitcoin. So Bitcoin does look good. There are definitely bullish momentum, you know, bullish signs on Bitcoin right now. Over here, we are consolidating at this very top up here. We consolidate now with this very top up here, and you know, sorry about that. I'm still clicking that FN button on this, you know, keyboard, but there's that. But I'm still looking for a move towards the upside. If this for whatever reason should fall towards downside, it's not a big deal. Just like over here, there was not a big deal. It was not big deal. It was not big deal because we're holding support level. Only if you start falling back below this channel up here, below the 200 moving average, something like that down here, below 36k, that might be actually a big deal. Now, today, good morning from Oslo. Nice to hear your views. Bob March, Oslo. How you doing, man? Now, there is something on DeFi Llama. I saw this one coin. I saw this one coin on DeFi Llama. If you go to oracles, you will see the Chainlink up here has 364 protocols secured. And for whatever reason, I was looking at PIT, and it has, you know, 1.5 total value secured, blah, blah, blah. And it is only, you know, by the look of, just by looking at some kind of stats, is the only competitor to Chainlink. I don't know what PIT is, never heard about it. It has a lot more total value secured than anything else, 120 T4, and there is something called TVAP and stuff like that. But I didn't know what you know, PIT was. I didn't know what PIT was. So I went to CoinCap. So I went to CoinCap, and on CoinCap I went to PIT network and checked it out. And you know, the market here was 770 million, and I looked at the chart, and the chart only goes back to 20th November 23. So it is a new coin. And I was like, holy Moses, it's a new coin. And I like new coins. I don't know if you guys don't know, but I like new coins. And it's been having steadily climbed towards the upside. So I opened the chart, and I figured out, by the way, this thing is on, where is it? By the way, this thing is on, let's go to markets. You can get it on KuCoin. It's on KuCoin. And it's on OKX. It's also on Bybit. It's on Bybit and KuCoin. There is links down below, just so you know. I gotta shield the links. And there is this, where is it? PIT network, KuCoin, but there is more data. And you can see here it's also on MaxT. PIT network, everything is on MaxT. Literally everything is on MaxT. But let's go to Gate.io because it has most data. You can see up here that I've been looking at what's happening on the chart, and you can see that it's a new coin, but it has steadily increased towards the upside. And this is the 4-hourly chart. So if you just look at a daily time frame, it just kind of started going towards the upside up here. So there was sorry about that again. There was doji down here in the middle. It started going towards the upside. It already broke the resistance level, if this can be counted as a resistance level, because this is like the, you know, the first day of the trading, you know. So, you know, there was definitely some kind of resistance level up here where it closed for whatever reason. You can see up here that we broke that, we retested, and right now we're still going towards the upside on a PIT for whatever reason. And there is a nice channel up here, but you know, these are small time frames, so you know, you're always unsure what's gonna happen next, right? And you can see up here, it tried to break this towards the upside, it didn't, but it's still climbing inside this channel towards the upside slowly, right? So I'm thinking if this actually pulls back all the way down, maybe to the 50 moving average down here, if it does pull back more towards the downside, it just might be very nice buy eventually, because you know, and it's oftentimes also very, you know, sketchy with these new coins because you don't have a lot of data, so you gotta look at small time frames, try to figure out where the lines goes and stuff like that. And then when it comes to small time frames, anything can happen, right? anything can happen. Over here, you can see up here, we're still holding the trend and it's still going towards the trend towards the upside. But this looks like some kind of, you know, rising wedge up here, so it might actually pull back down here. That said, if it doesn't in fact pull back, new coins, you know, new coins are exciting. I'm just saying. I don't find often new coins, but you know, when I found something that, you know, that has this, you know, it's been released, you know, this early, it just might be very interesting to look into that. I need to stop pressing the FN button. It's what I am. Nice entry, man, nice entry. Anyways, guys, that was a quick Bitcoin daily. Hope you enjoyed that. There's not so much to talk about. For some reason, on Qcoin, there was trading halted or some data issue. There was some data issues with the Qcoin stuff. So Qcoin charts are not up to date for some reason, but every other chart is. What about the moons? I thought you didn't want to hear about moons. Yeah, what about the moons? So let's keep this, let's keep this chart up and let's look at the moons up here. Let's clean this and add some indicators up here on the chart. And go moon phases, this indicator up here. And as you can see up here, we have our own moon phase indicator, not our own, but you know, we have, there we go. So what happened with the moon phase? We got a full moon up here, which pumped us towards upside. The new moon is not dumping us, but very, very soon we are gonna get another one of these full moons. I'm a little bit unsure which exactly date, but around December, maybe 1st of December or something like that. And then, guys, and then, you know, maybe you are waiting for the full moon. I'm not saying that, you know, I'm not trying to, you know, talk about moons or bring the moons back into the analysis, but, you know, I'm just saying maybe there is something about the moons still left and, you know, they might pump. I love the new coins as well, so I've gotten into some good pre-sales. For a HIP and SOP, I'm very happy both from Singularity. Yeah, I mean, pre-sales, you know, that's not my thing. Like, you know, that's like a lot of, you know, you gotta follow the, you know, coins, you gotta follow, you know, the team, you gotta look what they're doing, you gotta wait. You know, pre-sales are not my thing, but you know, when they actually get released, you know, that's when I get excited. Okay, you're released. Things can be traded. You can draw lines. I'm interested. You read it wrong. I said if it's not about the moons, we don't care. Oh, okay. I did read it wrong, Gord. I did read it wrong. Anyways, it is the new moon very, very soon. Maybe we are waiting for the new moon because oftentimes... What about the new date? We don't have any new date. Those have both been released. Yeah, they're released now, but you know, I don't want to check them out now, but I'll check them out another time. Thanks for the tip, man. Anyways, guys, have a nice day. I'm gonna go and do stuff. I gotta buy stuff for the kids. So, you know, I'll see you around, guys. Where is my outro? Bye-bye.